Top 7 animals that have sex for pleasure. Number 7. Male sea otters. While male otters may be cute and cuddly, their behavior has a dark side. They are extremely aggressive during sex. The male will grab the female, bite her nose, and hold on for dear life. These acts of aggression usually result in deep cuts and lacerations. Once the male has penetrated the female, the two will spin around until insemination. Only then will the male release his grip on the female. Unfortunately, sometimes this ritual results in the death of the female from either physical trauma or drowning. But this aggressive sexual assault is not limited to female otters. Males will also attack juvenile harbor seals and forcefully copulate with them, most times resulting in the pup's death from injury or drowning. Furthermore, these male otters will often have sex with the pups long after they have died, up to 7 days. Number 6. Chimpanzees. The chimpanzee is humans' closest relative, so it's easy to see why we are so similar. And, just like people, chimps are social creatures that form stable communities, with males, females, and juveniles living together for extended periods. However, there are many differences between the two species. Female chimpanzees tend to be more promiscuous and wait longer between births. In addition, both male and female chimps engage in a greater variety of sexual strategies than humans. Number 5. Macaques. Researchers believe that macaques have sex for pleasure because their sexual behavior is similar to humans. For example, macaques experience elevated heart rates and vaginal spasms when mating. In addition, when females orgasm, they often turn their heads to look back at their partners and reach backward to grasp the males. While it's impossible to prove this behavior results from pleasure, the similarities between macaque and human sexual behavior are too good to ignore. Another interesting fact is females are more likely to experience orgasm when mating with a high-ranking male, suggesting that the intensity of arousal depends on the social hierarchy of the male. Number 4. Gorillas. Gorillas are animals that have sex for pleasure, and females will engage in lesbian sex when males reject them. In fact, many species of primates are notorious for their homosexual behavior. Scientists have observed female gorillas climbing on top of each other and pushing their bellies and genitals together. Therefore, they have deduced that these courtship displays are purely sexual and do not reflect their sexual orientation. While this lesbian experience usually occurs when a male rejects a female, they also turn to members of the same sex after becoming aroused by witnessing other gorillas mating. In addition, there is a theory that female gorillas engage in lesbian sex to attract males. Number 3. Lions. Researchers believe that lions find sex pleasurable because of the number of times they mate in a short period, not to mention that they breed all year round. For example, as soon as the female's cubs are weaned, she will immediately be interested in sex again and flirts shamelessly with the male. Her flirtatious behavior is apparent. She will vigorously rub against him, lay in front of the male, wrap her tail around his head, and moan continuously. Once mating begins, the couple will have sex over and over again. This is because lions are stimulated ovulators, meaning the female lion will not ovulate until she is encouraged by continuous penetration. Therefore, they will mate for approximately 15 minutes to 30 minutes over 3 to 4 days, which amounts to 200 to 300 times over 3 days. Number 2. Bonobos. Primates and humans have a lot in common, and that is due to our sharing a common ancestor. Although that happened more than 5 million years ago, we still share a lot of behaviors like social bonds, dealing with conflicts in groups, a long infant dependency period, and reliance on learning how to find food and what to eat. But there are two species that mimic human behavior the most: chimpanzees and bonobos. However, scientists know more about chimpanzee behavior than bonobos because bonobos are harder to find. This is because these primates only live in a small area in Zaire, Africa. And finally, number 1. Dolphins. Similarities between humans and dolphins aren't just limited to intelligence. These smart marine mammals have large clitorises, providing them with a pleasurable sensation while mating. Even though the pelvis of a dolphin is entirely different from that of a person, their vulvas are surprisingly similar to the shape of humans. In addition, the clitoris of a dolphin has many features suggesting its function is to provide pleasure. In fact, bottlenose dolphins have an enveloped hood over their clitoris. As they mature, it becomes wrinkled, causing the tip of the vulva to become engorged with blood when sexually stimulated. Scientists were surprised by the size of the nerves in the dolphin's clitoris. Some measured more than 0.019 inches in length. In addition, dolphin vaginas are in an area where sexual stimulation is almost inevitable. Lastly, these marine mammals have sex whenever they want. They don't have a specific time of the year for mating. This includes periods where there is no possibility of conceiving, like when they are pregnant. Dolphins have also been seen touching each other's genitalia with their flippers, snouts, and flukes. Thank you for watching the video. Please like, share and subscribe.